Alright, we got the bottom end buttoned up. So now we're going to clean the head surfaces and get ready to put a head gasket on it. Head gasket and head on the chauffeur. So now, two things people are probably telling you not to do. Brake clean, red rag. The red rag can leave fibers behind, so you just want to be real careful. But the big thing is just to make sure there's no grease or anything on this surface. And then we'll turn around and we'll do the same right here on this head. Let's get started. Alright, I'd already cleaned this surface once, so it's good and clean. And we'll turn around, we'll do this head gasket, or the head surface. Alright, got the head gasket set on. And now we're going to take the head and drop him on place. And then I'm going to prep the head bolts. I would typically prep the head bolts first, but I need the table to do so, and my table's kind of full. So, let's drop the head on the motor, and then we'll prep all the head bolts. And then we will put them in the motor. So, bring it back in a second. Alright, cylinder head time. Let's get her set up there. Got fresh painted cylinder heads. Ah, holy shit. Get up to the edge and then roll her over. Ah. For those who hadn't lifted a set of iron heads lately, they're heavy. So you just kind of lift up on the back here. And then fronts will just drop right in once they find their home. We've got to be really close. Let's see here. That's got to be real close. You don't want your finger in there when it falls in. Boom, boom. There it is. Boom, boom. And she's installed. Now we'll put 2 bolts in it just to make sure nothing happens. And she don't decide she wants to go somewhere. Hey, that's funny. Grab 2 different length bolts. Imagine that. We'll grab 2 bolts. Let's see here, where we're going to start them at. Let's put one right here. Start her in the hole. And then we're going to put one right here. Start her in the hole. And then we'll pick up all the other head bolts, bring them up here on the shelf, and prep them for going in. So we'll put a little bit of grease on them. And has that stud been cut off? No way. Nope, it hasn't. So we'll put a little bit of grease on them, and head bolt grease and sealer. So bring it back in a minute. All right. Well, I'm not going to bore you too much with this part of the video because it can get very boring very fast. But you take a little bit of bolt grease and you put it between the bolt head and the washer. As you'll see right here, there's some, you'll see the greasy, slimy stuff on there. Real easy. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take you a little bit of head bolt sealer. This is the Permatex. I don't remember what part number this one is, and I can't read that crap, but it's the high temp stuff. This is what we're going to use, and it's going to go on every head bolt, because on a Chevrolet engine, big block, small blocks for sure, the head bolt holes are not blind, and they go all the way into the water port. And the last thing you want to do is water to work its way up into the oiling system. So let's do this, show you what we do with this. I'm pretty sure I've used this stuff on the channel before, but if I haven't, you'll see. So it just works real simple. Just brush the brush off. Okay, there's the good portion of her cleaned off. She's gonna fall off. I know she is. There she goes. All right, so now you'll just take your, let's come over here a little closer to you. We'll just take our little brush right here and just kind of walk around, put us a nice little coat right there. Ooh, this might be too thick. Let's see if we can clean that up some. Put you a nice little coat right there around the bottom of her. And you know you did your job once you got a nice even coat all the way around. There you go. And we'll do that for all the bolts. So, and when you put them in, make sure you don't drop them down the oil ports. You drop them down the head bolt holes. Boop, just like that. So now, I'll do the rest of these and I'll bring you back for torque. All right, I'd like to take a quick brief intermission on the current project we're working on, just to ask y'all to like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment on the videos, as it helps the channel grow and lets me know what y'all like and don't like about the videos, as well as when you leave a comment, I'm guaranteed to reply because I reply to every comment left in the videos. So there you go. Let's now return to our current project. All right, we're gonna do that boo-boo thing everybody says not to do. We'll use the impact gun. I'm just gonna pull them up till they touch. And that's it. Ruh-roh. I forgot I had one oddball bolt. We'll put Mr. Oddball as the very last bolt that we use. Way back here. All right, everybody's pulled up. Now we'll get the torque wrench out and we will torque them in sequence as you're supposed to. Up to 70 foot-pounds. So we won't be starting there, but that's where we'll be finishing. And then we'll have to do this guy, which is last. That's why I put him down there. Alright, so it's time to torque the heads. And you gotta torque them in sequence. So you just pull them up till they kind of feel good. You can either torque them all to 40 foot-pounds, whatever. It's just how I do things right here. Like I said, I just use the gun to run it up, make everything feel good. And then we will actually put them in torque sequence after that. We'll leave the socket there. Now let's start torquing them to 70 foot-pounds. Let me look and see where we're at first. I'm guessing about 40. If we're at 50, then we'll be good. Oh, let me turn the torque wrench on. Yeah, we're sitting at about 40 foot-pounds, so we'll put a little extra on each one of these real quick. All right, so now it's time to torque the head. Make sure we got our sequence right. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 16. Now, one more time, just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, finishing off the bottom row, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now all our head bolts are torqued officially and done. So we won't have to touch this head again. So now all this side's going to be is put the rocker arms together, lifters, all that good stuff, and this side's done. All right. So we got this other head done. Now, I've kind of jumped ahead a little bit. I've set the lifters in. These are easy. Just follow the instructions on the lifters and you'll be just fine. And make sure everybody floats good. As you see, everybody floats real nice. Set the intake gaskets on, bead of silicone. We're gonna drop the intake on. I'm rushing a little bit because I've got a car I gotta get in tonight to get the motor out of. At least get it in and start getting the motor out of it. So I'm gonna get you a video of dropping the intake on, and that'll be it for here. And we'll finish the rest of this thing on the run stand. So let me grab the tripod and intake and let's go. All right. Let's double check our gasket. I typically put just a little bit of silicone on the back side of these guys and on the front side just to make sure that everything does its job. I only do it on the water porch. Now let's drop the intake on. Let's see if I can hit this on one hit. Most of the time I don't. Some people are really good at this job. I'm not as good as most. So here we go. Ready, set, drop. Now, how's our drop? Let's see. See, most people can look through these ports and actually see their drop. I cannot. So, I take a screwdriver. Oh, his drop was way off. That drop was way off. Now the real question is the gasket in place? All right, so we will leave that right there. Let's grab our bolts. All right. So we got these ARP intake bolts. We're going to use them mainly because I think they're going to look the best, not because I care that they're ARP up top. So we got 2 bolts started, and we know the intake gasket's in the right place there. Let's come to this other side, start the same 2 bolts, and then we'll go to and start the rest of them. So after I get these started, I'll probably go ahead and shut the camera down and bring you in later. All right, and the last part is the silicone cleanup. So what you do is you just clean it up right here. It's gonna make a big mess. That's why we taped it. See that? Mop it off on your finger. And then you're gonna take your t-shirt or rag or something, a little bit of brake clean, and wipe the back of the intake. Try to keep my face out of the way, but we all know that's not gonna happen, right? And this stuff will come right off with your rag. So just make sure you get it off now. If you don't get it off now, you're going to have problems later. That's the problem right now, is it's almost too dry to be messing with, but I know I don't want to wait until later. So now here we go. Look at that. Nice clean bead right along the seam. Doesn't block up that. We're going to leave that alone. No, we're not. We're going to mess with it just a little bit. There we go. There it is. So now we're all done. All right. Well, for now, this guy's done. We got her all done. Oil pan's on, timing cover's on, intake's on, blocked off on the front and the back where nothing's going to get inside it. So we're going to call this one right here. I got to get this motor off a stand. We're going to get it off a stand and onto one of my little cradles. And when we bring it to put it on the run stand, you guarantee you'll be here. So you'll actually get to hear it running all too. So it just has to be put on hold for a little bit until I can get caught back up. As y'all know, I was sick last week, so it's put me a little bit behind. So let's get this thing done and let's finish this thing up. And we'll call this one here. And as always, I appreciate y'all watching. And if you're still here at the end of this video, like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I answer them all. Later, peoples.